could collide hundreds of miles above us. Severe Weather Team 11 meteorologist Danielle Dozier is live for us at 6. Danielle, if this happens, can we see this somehow?
Well, David, if you're in downtown Pittsburgh like we are, the odds are you are not going to see it. There's also quite a bit of cloud cover as well. However, if these satellites did collide and if you had a completely clear sky, you were away from light pollution, you may be able to see a faint light. This is a rare event in that the last time this happened was in 2009 over Siberia.
Two decommissioned satellites could come within 40 feet of each other directly over Pittsburgh. One is an infrared telescope from NASA, and the other, an Air Force experimental satellite. Carissa Cedor at the Carnegie Science Center says this doesn't happen often.
Because most of the time these objects are tracked and their, orbits are very carefully selected, and usually they're pretty far apart from each other. So this is a pretty rare occurrence.
The odds of a collision have been changing rapidly. 1 in 20 this afternoon.
A lot of the unknowns is actually because that smaller satellite has about a 60-foot boom on it, a big long arm, and no one's really sure which way that arm is facing. So that's kind of the biggest unknown right now that could determine whether or not they actually collide.
If the satellites collide, it would be really hard to see without a telescope. Pieces of debris would scatter in space.
It'll likely be, hundreds of pieces of smaller debris. A lot of them will stay up there for a while. Some of them might make their way down and burn up in the atmosphere. Anytime you see a meteor in the sky, anytime you see a shooting star, that is just something that's breaking up in our atmosphere.
Cedor says the International Space Station should be okay in the event of the collision because its orbit is at a much lower altitude.
And we have a new update for you tonight. These satellites could come within 154 feet from each other, and that is the newest information we have tonight, and that increased distance there. Events like this have scientists calling for more responsibility in taking these old satellites out of orbit. Reporting live, meteorologist Danielle Dozier, Channel 11 News.